Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs for 6th of November. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day and what are the notes we can update in our notebook. So before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in this topic. So basically I got some international news, national news and state news first of all. Then I will discuss some banking and finance news, especially for the banking students. Then we will discuss some defense news and science and technology news, very relevant. Sports, important is books and authors will be discussed. After that, I will discuss ranks and reports, some new ranks and reports, and old we will revise. Obituary, summit and conference, and at last, I'll summarize all the things for all of you. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first news that we have today with us is that Donald Trump set to back in the White House as the 47th president of USA. So recently, the presidential elections are conducted in USA, and it was found that the Republican Party once again won the election, and Republican Party representative is Mr. Donald Trump, and he is on the verge of defeating Kamala Harris, who is representing the Democratic Party. So basically, Donald Trump secured a critical victory in Wisconsin, obtaining 276 electoral votes. This win allows Trump to reclaim the White House as the 47th president of the USA. So remember, he was the 47th president and also the 45th president he was, because before Joe Biden, he was the president from 2016 to 2020. He expressed gratitude to the American people during a speech in West Palm Beach, Florida. Trump acknowledged his unique role as both the 45th and now the 47th president, as I said. Another one we have is IREL and Kazakhstan, UKTMP, collaborate for the titanium slag JV in Odisha. So basically, India is doing a lot of work in semiconductor field in creating the lithium type batteries and other type of projects which are more uh, eligible and more relevant to the future. So now IREL India Limited and Kazakhstan UKTMP, they are particularly joined together for a venture agreement. The collaboration aims to establish IRE Titanium Limited in Odisha. The joint venture will focus on producing titanium slag. The partnership makes a significant Indo-Kazakh collaboration in the field of titanium production. To add to this, Kazakhstan is also known for three more reasons, I guess. One is that, first of all, it is the largest landlocked country in the world. Another one is that Kazakhstan basically has the largest reserve of uranium in the world. Okay, so largest production of uranium in the world. If we talk about the reserve, that is Australia. So these are the two different things. And Kazakhstan has the largest production of uranium in the world. So now they are coming together with IREL to create a titanium slag in Odisha. Recently in Odisha, a new type of eel was found that was named after a biologist named as Surya. And apart from that, if we discuss, this particular venture is based in Odisha between IREL and Kazakhstan UKTM. India submits formal bid for 2036 Olympics. So India officially submitted letter of intent to the International Olympic Committee for 2036 Olympics and Paralympic Games. So it is will be going to be a big event if it will favor in us in our judgment or in our way. So basically, India is trying to get two basic events in India. One is the Youth Olympics that are going to be held in 2030, and the other one is 2036 Olympics. India wants to organize these Olympics in India. So for that purpose, India has officially now submitted the bid that what they can provide and what type of things they can manage. So for that purpose, International Olympic Committee have got a letter of intent from India. The bid was submitted by the Indian Olympic Association on 1st of October. This marks a significant step in realizing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of hosting the Olympics. Hosting the Olympics would fulfill a long cherished dreams of Indian citizens. Just to add, in 2010, we hosted the Commonwealth Games, and apart from that, now we are trying to get the organizing accent of for the International Olympics. Next Olympics are going to be held in Los Angeles, that is in 2028. And this year it was held in Paris. And other than that, if we go back in 2020, which were held in 2021, were held in Tokyo, Japan. And before that, in 2016, they were held in Brazil. Before that, 2012, they were held in London. Before that, 2008, they were held in Beijing. Alpha Scholz, Chancellor of Germany, visited India from 24th to 26th of October, participated in the 7th IGC and APK 2024. So Olaf Scholz, the Chancellor of Germany, visited India from 24 to 26th of October at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So basically, the Chancellor of Germany is, you can say, the counterpart of the Prime Minister in our country. Okay. On 25th of October, PM Modi and Chancellor Scholz co-chaired the 7th Intergovernmental Consultation. The leaders addressed the 18th Asia-Pacific Conference of German Business in New Delhi. Several memorandums and agreements were signed to boost bilateral relations between India and Germany. Germany is basically a country that particularly found in Europe, and the capital is Berlin. And apart from that, who is the Chancellor of Germany? That is Olaf Scholz. And particularly right now, India is in collaboration with Germany for this particular work. Last year also, France and Germany, they participated and invested in the particular program of India, where India is trying to provide housing things to the people. So under that purpose, the Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry got the investment from France and Germany for the purpose of providing housing in our country. So that is also another thing. So India, Germany are sharing good relations right these days, and now some more memorandums were signed. Remember who is the Chancellor? Olaf Scholz. India Pakistan renew Kartarpur Corridor Agreement until 2029. So it was back in 2019 when the Gurdaspur Kartarpur corridor was opened on 8th of November. This particular corridor was opened because the people or the Sikh community people from India who wants to visit the Nanak Shrine Gurudwara in Kartarpur. So for that purpose, this corridor was created. Nanak Shrine Gurudwara is a very sacred place for the Sikh community, as the Guru Nanak Dev, the first Sikh Guru, he resided there, and his major life was held there during that time. So for that purpose, the Nanak Shrine Gurudwara is very sacred place for the people. Now, India Pakistan, they have renewed their agreement on the Gurtarpur corridor, extending its operation for another 5 years. Last 5 years are completed on 8th of November, and now another 5 years it has been renewed. The corridor facilitates visa-free access for the Indian Sikh pilgrims to the Gurudwara Darbar Sahib in Kartarpur, Pakistan. Despite the renewal, India has requested Pakistan to waive the $20 service charge imposed on each pilgrim. So they are charging $20. That means around 1600 rupees something. So they are charging that to each pilgrim. But India has asked the Pakistan that they should not charge these type of charges. The Kartarpur corridor was inaugurated in November 2019 as the part of celebration for Guru Nanak Dev 550th birthday anniversary. So remember this thing that it has been renewed for another 5 years. Union Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar launches Shilp Samagam Mela 2024 unveils Tulip platform. So Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment inaugurated the Shilp Samagam Mela at Delhi Hat. The event was organized by key corporations under the ministry, including NSFDC, NBCDFC, and SKFDC. The Mela aims to showcase the promote the craftsmanship of artisans from various communities. Virendra Kumar also unveiled the Tulip platform designed to support and empower artisans. So basically remember just one thing, that the Shilp Samagam Mela and unveils the Tulip platform is unveiled in Delhi Heart. And this particular platform is for the people who can particularly showcase and exhibit their particularly new type of crafts and things in this particular platform. So for that purpose, the National Skill Development Corporation and the Ministry of Skills and also the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment are coming together to create this particular program in Delhi. Amit Shah chairs the 32nd Kendriya Hindi Samiti meeting in New Delhi. So Union Minister Mr. Amit Shah chaired the 32nd meeting of the Kendriya Hindi Samiti in New Delhi. Kendriya Hindi Samiti is the apex body for the development and promotion of the Hindi language. The meeting focused on providing guidelines for the promotion of Hindi across the country. Amit Shah emphasizes the importance of Hindi in national integration. So Amit Shah, who is the Union Home Minister and also the Corporate Affairs Minister, has particularly chaired the 32nd meeting of Kendriya Hindi Samiti. Okay, so this particular committee is for the purpose that they can promote and develop the Hindi language and to promote this language to the more areas. So for this purpose, this particular committee was chaired by Mr. Amit Shah. Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh launched Pandemic Fund Project and 21 livestock census to boost animal health security. So recently on 25th of October, Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh launched the Pandemic Fund Project, US 25 million initiative funded by G20 Pandemic Fund. The project aims to strengthen animal health security in India for pandemic preparedness and response. 21st livestock census was also launched to be conducted until February 2025 at a cost of rupees 200 crore. Two key documents, Standard Veterinary Treatment Guidelines and Crisis Management Plan for Animal Diseases, were released to enhance the animal health management. So the Union Minister of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and particularly is Mr. Rajiv Ranjan Singh, and he has launched the pandemic funding project that is for USD 25 million, and the initiative is funded by the G20 Pandemic Fund. What is the purpose? The purpose is to create a pandemic preparedness and response to strengthen animal health security, and that is also one of the things. 21st livestock census was also launched to be conducted until February 2025. So for this purpose, the Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh has launched the Pandemic Fund project. DOPPW pensioners turning 80 are eligible to get additional pension. So Department of Pension and Pensioner Welfare announced that central government pensioners turning 80 are eligible for an additional pension. Additional pension will be dispersed as follows: 20% for the ages 80 to 85, 30% for the ages 85 to 90%, 90, 40% for the ages 90 to 95, 50% for ages 95 to 100, and 100% for the ages 100 and above. So these are the criteria on the basis of which the new pensions will be coming for these people. The additional pension will be payable from the first day of the calendar month in which it all falls due. The compassionate pension is a special allowance granted under certain circumstances such as employee's death or retirement on medical grounds. So these are the things that are going to be given to the people who have done exceptional service to the government of India. And now the DOPPW pensioners turning 80 are eligible to get additional pension. MP Cabinet approves 35% job reservation for the women in state services. So the Madhya Pradesh Cabinet approved 35% reservation for the women in state government recruitments. The decision was made during a cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Mohan Yadav. The meeting was held at the Mantralaya in Bhopal. The move aims to promote gender equality in the state services. So now the Madhya Pradesh Cabinet has approved 35% job reservation for women in the state service. Recently, Madhya Pradesh government, they also passed a bill in which the cabinet ministers have to pay this particular taxes on their salaries and allowances. Apart from that, if we talk about Madhya Pradesh, recently a new corridor to be created connecting the particular places of Mathura to the Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. That to be that was declared on Janmashtami this year. And who is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh? That is Mr. Mohan Yadav. He is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Supreme Court targets child marriage elimination in Rajasthan by 2030. So the Supreme Court, the highest apex body in our country of jurisdiction, and that is under Article 124 of the Indian Constitution, has issued guidelines to eliminate child marriage in Rajasthan by 2030. The guidelines focused on holding local panchayat, school authorities, child protection officers accountable. So, if any kind of case will be found, the local panchayats, the head of the local panchayat, the school authorities, child protection officers will be found responsible for these things. The aim is to address the widespread practice of the child marriage in the state. Civil society organizations have welcomed the guidelines as a significant boost to their efforts. So remember that Supreme Court is particularly doing a lot of things towards this thing. As also one more thing to add, the 50th Chief Justice of India, that is Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud, he is going to retire and a new judge will be there on the coming Monday. Andhra Pradesh CM launches Deepam 2.0 scheme for women. So who is the Andhra Pradesh CM first of all? That is Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. He is from Telugu Desam party and recently his party along with the Jana Sena party won the elections. And who is the deputy CM? That is Mr. Pawan Kalyan. So Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu launched the Deepam 2.0 scheme in Idupuram, Srikakulam district. The scheme aims to empower women by providing them with free gas cylinders. It is kind of the same kind of a scheme that was started by the central government, that was Ujjwala Yojana. Naidu personally handed over gas cylinders to a beneficiary, Santhama. He also lit her stove and prepared tea as a gesture of support for the initiative. So please remember that Deepam 2.0, this scheme has been launched in Andhra Pradesh to provide a particular cylinder with the benefits like subsidy and all that things to the women of Andhra Pradesh. And particularly if we add to this, recently the capital was also formally changed, officially changed, that is Amravati. Now 10 years have been completed and the pact of a mutual capital has done for now, and Hyderabad will now officially be the capital of only Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh has its new capital, that is Amravati. ADB approves US $434 million loan for solar energy expansion in Assam. So Asian Development Bank approved US $434.25 million loan. So ADB is a Asian Development Bank, basically focus on development of the developing countries of Asia, especially. It is based in Philippines, Manila. Loan to boost the renewable energy sector in Assam. The funding will establish 500 megawatt solar photovoltaic plant in Karbi Anglong district. Recently, International Finance Commission was also there to support the project in Bikaner, Rajasthan, to provide a solar project in Bikaner, Rajasthan. Apart from that, now ADB is working with Assam to provide a 500 megawatt solar photovoltaic plant in Karbi Anglong. The project includes battery energy storage system to ensure a stable and reliable energy supply. ADB is also offering additional US $1 million in technical assistance through its clean energy fund. What is the capital of Assam? No, not Guwahati, it is Dispur. And also Himanta Biswa Sarma is the Chief Minister of Assam. MOIL signed a draft JV agreement with MP State Mining Corporation. So recently MOIL Limited signed a draft joint venture agreement with Madhya Pradesh State Mining Corporation Limited. The partnership aims to advance manganese ore mining and undertake value addition projects in Madhya Pradesh. JV will be formed with a shareholding of 51% of MOIL and 49% MPS. Partnership is expected to drive economic growth and create employment opportunities in the region. So for this purpose, the MOIL they have signed a draft known as the JV agreement with the MP State Mining Corporation. And what is the purpose behind this? The aim is to advance the manganese ore mining and undertake the value addition projects in Madhya Pradesh. Chhattisgarh launches Sugam app for online property registration and curbing frauds. So purchasing property is a very good thing for people. When they purchase property, they feel so good, but sometimes they also get into a fraud. So to curb these type of things, like these type of scams, the government is doing a lot of things. Like for digital scam, the government has introduced new type of service mobile numbers and a particular platform where they can detect the fraud calls coming with the number of +91. Okay, now Chhattisgarh has launched the Sugam app to curb the frauds in the case of property registry. So Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel launched the Sugam app to streamline the online property registration process. The app aims to minimize instances of fraud in property transactions, reduce human intervention. Users can register land homes from home and upload photos of the site along with required documents. The app integrates with existing land records and revenue database, ensuring transparency throughout the registration process. So, for this purpose, which particular state has introduced the particular application for the property registration? So, that is Chhattisgarh. What is the capital of Chhattisgarh? That is Raipur. And if we talk about who is the chief minister, that is Vishnu Dev. So that is the chief, who is he's the chief minister of Chhattisgarh currently. Andhra Pradesh government launched Deepam 2.0 scheme as Diwali gift for women. So we just discussed. Let's just revise it. So Andhra Pradesh CM Chandrababu Naidu launched Deepam 2.0 as the Diwali gift. Provide 3 free liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) cylinders per year to eligible women. The scheme will cost the state government rupees 2,684 crore, amounting to rupees 13,423 crore over the next 5 years. Andhra Pradesh government will provide 3 gas cylinders free of cost to eligible beneficiaries at the rate of 1 in 4 months. IDFC First Bank launches real-time international money transfer tracking. Recently, LIC, they have increased their stake in 2 banks. Remember, one is the Maharashtra Bank and the other one is the IDFC. So IDFC First Bank is partnership with Swift. What is Swift? Swift is a kind of a platform through which we can transfer money internationally. So in partnership with Swift, introduce a real-time tracking service for international money transfer. The service is available on the mobile applications and internet banking platform. IDFC First Bank is the first Indian bank to offer end-to-end traceability for cross-border payments. The service aims to bring the transparency and speed of UPI IMPS digital payments to international transactions. Ministry of Finance raised Mudra loan limit under PMMY from 10 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees. So recently, Department of Financial Service under the Ministry of Finance raised the Mudra loan limit under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana from 10 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees. The new Tarun Plus category will promote entrepreneurship in the country. Borrowers who have previously availed and successfully repaid loans under the Tarun category can access funding between rupees 10 lakh to 20 lakh. Credit Guarantee Fund for micro units will offer guarantee coverage for these enhanced loans. So Mudra scheme, scheme came in 2015, and under this scheme, the 3 types of categories were there, which were there to help the medium scale, micro, small and medium enterprises for the purpose to create a new type of ecosystem and to develop themselves and to grow more. And when we talk about the this particular type of loans, now they have added one more category in this loan, in this type of scheme, that is called the Tarun Plus scheme. And under this, the particular people will be provided the loan from limit 10 lakh to 20 lakh. So remember, Mudra scheme has now got one more category, that is called Tarun Plus. Canara HSBC Life Insurance unveils promise for future, combining life protection and wealth creation. So Canara HSBC Life Insurance Company Limited launched Promise for Future, a non-linked participating plan. The plan provided policyholders with a combination of life protection and savings. It offers flexible premium payments, high premium boosters, and the option for partial or full withdrawal. The plan is available in two variants: savings for future and income for future. So Canada HSBC Life Insurance unveils the promise for future, combining life protection and wealth creation. NTPC and IA join hands for round the clock power supply using green hydrogen. So NTPC, that is the National Thermal Power Corporation, partnered with Indian Army to establish solar hydro based microgrid at Chushul in Ladakh. The project aims to provide a stable power supply using green hydrogen technology off-grid army locations. Microgrid will operate independently, supplying 200 kilowatts of power throughout the year. And TPC will maintain projects for 25 years, ensuring consistent and reliable power supply. So remember this thing that NTPC is coming together with Indian Army to create a particular type of hydrogen-based microgrid at Chushul in Ladakh. So that will also in the favor of green energy, and that is basically because we want to save our environment. Recently, we have seen that there is an increment of glacial lakes in Himalayas for by 10.81% from 2011 to 2024. So it is a big thing to worry. So these type of things are necessary these days, especially in the mountainous regions. Royal Enfield launches EV brand Flying Plia. So Royal Enfield unveiled its new electric vehicle brand Flying Plia. Brand pays homage to the original Flying Plia, a compact motorcycle designed for military use in 1940. Original model was valued for its nimble handling and ability to navigate rugged terrains, that is the hard terrains. The new EV brand aims to contribute legacy of the iconic model, appealing to modern enthusiasts. So Royal Enfield, they have launched the EV brand Flying Plia. Recently, Bajaj Motors, they also launched a particular first type of bike that is based on CNG. Now Royal Enfield, they have launched the first EV brand that is called the Flying Plia. This is the profile photo. ISRO to launch EU Proba 3 satellite in December aims for bold space milestone. So ISRO is set to launch European Union Proba 3 solar observation mission in December. The satellite will be launched from Sriharikota and is designed to study the sun's faint corona. The mission marks third collaboration with the EU in space. Previous collaboration includes the launch of Proba 1 and Proba 2. So now ISRO is set to launch the EU Proba 3 satellite. Aim is for the bold space milestone, and it will be launched from the Sriharikota. That is the satellite. That is the launch pad of the ISRO, where India has launched a lot of satellites into the space. And this particular Proba 3 mission is with which particular country, which particular union? That is the European Union. Government launched Gram Panchayat level weather forecasting. So Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh along with Dr. Jitendra Singh and Satyapal Singh Baghel launched Gram Panchayat level weathering forecasting event. So means to say that this particular initiative is launched so that the particular weather information will be given to the people at the village level. So for that purpose, this initiative has been launched. The initiative provides daily weather updates to the Gram Panchayats on temperature, rainfall, wind speed, cloud cover. Okay. Weather forecast will be accessible through digital platforms like Meri Panchayat app, E Gram Swaraj, Mosam Gram, and Gram Manchitra. A workshop on weather forecast at the Gram Panchayat level was organized for over 200 participants to enhance climate resilience. So, for this purpose, the government has launched the Gram Panchayat level weather forecast. China launched three Tianping 3 satellite into the orbit. So, on 22nd of October, China successfully launched three Tianping 3 satellites from Taiwan Satellite Launch Center. Recently, China also particularly launched the Chang'e 6 mission that is basically based to provide to go on moon and to collect samples from moon. The satellite will be used for calibrating ground radar equipment and measuring radar cross sections. The mission marked 13th launch of the Long Mark 6 model and China's 50th space launch. The satellites will support imaging tests for ground optics equipment, conduct detection, and monitoring tests of the low orbit space environment. Jangra seizes WBF World Championship title. So recently, Indian boxer Mandeep Jangra won the World Boxing Federation Super Featherweight World title. So he got particularly won in the World Boxing Federation and got the Super Featherweight World title. Apart from him, recently Pooja Tomar was also there in the recognition and she won a particular UFC championship. And apart from her, Divya Deshmukh, remember this name also, she became the champion in the under 20 fight championship in India. He defeated Britain Conor McClintosh in an intense match in Cayman Islands. Jangra, who trains under former Olympic silver medalist Roy Jones Jr., dominated most rounds. This victory marks only one defeat in his professional career so far. So remember the name Jangra, that is Mandeep Jangra. Rani Rampal, Padam Shri awardee and former Indian women's hockey team captain, announced retirement. So you must remember her name and you must heard her name if you are not an hockey enthusiast, but still you have heard her name. Former Indian women's hockey team captain Rani Rampal announced her retirement from hockey. Rani Rampal made her international debut in 2008, scored 205 goals in her 2,254 outings for India. She was part of the Indian women's hockey team that qualified for back-to-back Olympic Games for the first time. Rani Rampal received several awards, including Padam Shri Award and Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratan Award. That is today known as Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratan Award. So remember the name Rani Rampal. International Day for the Prevention of Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict. So recently, the United Nations observed this day on November 6th. The particular day is to prevent the exploitation of the environment in war and armed conflict. So whenever we are in war or in any kind of armed conflict, in that case, one thing is sure, that is the destruction of environment, as you can see in this photo. The missiles not only destroy the people but also destroy the citizens, the area, and also the green ecosystem and that particular area. They aims to provide protecting the environment during the conflict. It highlights the often overlooked environmental impacts of armed conflict. So whenever the armed conflict happens, we just overlook all these things because that things doesn't matter much. So for that purpose, this day is observed. The day underscores the importance of environmental protection as a part of peace building effort. National Unity Day, Rashtriya Ekta Divas, 31st of October. We all know this day is dedicated to the Bismarck of India, Mr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and he was the first Home Minister of our country. So let's just revise about him. So National Unity Day is celebrated every year on 31st of October to honor the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of the independent India. The first National Unity Day was observed in 2014. The Run for Unity 2024 was held on 29th October, marking an early celebration of Rashtriya Ekta Divas. And also to add to this, recently, if we talk about one more thing, in 2018 on 31st October, the Statue of Unity was also put forward in front of the world, and it is the highest statue in the world currently. More statues are in development, but it is the highest one, and it was created by Ramvi Sutar, and that's all about him. And his name was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The famous movement that he participated or famous thing that he done was two famous things that is coming to my mind right now. One is the Bardoli movement in 1928, and apart from that, in 1931 during the Karachi session, he became the chairman of the Congress, and at that time, first time, the fundamental rights were demanded. International Day for Biosphere Reserves 2024, 3rd of November. So International Day for Biosphere Reserves is celebrated annually on 3rd of November. The day aims to create awareness about the significance of biosphere reserves and promote their conservation. What are the biosphere reserves? So whenever you go into any national park or sanctuary, okay, so these areas are basically called the biospheres. And particularly if these are the reserved areas, then they are called biosphere reserves. So any particular place that has flora and fauna is considered as biosphere, and 3rd of November is dedicated as Biosphere Reserves Day. So basically, if you are talking about biosphere reserves, you are talking including national parks and sanctuaries. The first ever International Day of Biosphere Reserve was observed on 3rd of November 2022. The day provides platform to safeguard balance between humans and environment. So remember, 3rd of November is the International Day for Biosphere Reserve. The book title Friends, India's Closest Strategic Partners by Professor Sriram Chaulia. So Professor Sriram Chaulia's latest book, Friends, India's Closest Strategic Partners, explores India's foreign relations. So this book is basically telling us about the relations India has with other countries, neighboring and far countries. The book offers unique perspective on India's closest allies and strategic partners. It highlights how India is positioned itself globally as a Vishwamitra or world friend. The philosophy centers on cultivating goodwill and cooperation with other nations. So, for this purpose, this book has been introduced. That is the called Friends, India's closest strategic partner. UNESCO report India spends 4.1 to 4.6% of its GDP on education between 2015 to 2024. So, according to the UNESCO report, India spends around 4.1 to 4.6% of the GDP on education. Government expenditure on education fluctuated between 13.5% and 17.2% during this period. The report highlighted a global decline in public expenditure on education since 2010, especially after COVID-19. UNESCO Institute for Statistics is a statistical office of UNESCO and a trusted source of internationally compared data on. For this purpose, this report has come. Please remember that India spends 4.1 to 4.6% of its GDP on the education currently, according to the UNESCO. Legendary folk singer Sharda Sinha passed away at the age of 72. So, legendary folk singer Sharda Sinha, you must heard about her. She was the legendary singer, and also she is associated majorly with the songs related to the Chhat Puja. So Chhat Puja this year was started from 5th of November to 7th of November. It was to be celebrated, and on the 5th of November, the very first day of Chhat Puja, she passed away. So that is a big coincidence. And legendary folk singer Sharda Sinha, known as the Bihar Kokila, okay, who is known as the Nightingale of India, that is Mrs. Sarojini Naidu. And who is Bihar Kokila? Please remember, this is Mrs. Sharda Sinha. She succumbed to complications from cancer. Sinha's voice brought joy and pride to many, especially during traditional festivals of Bihar. Her songs, full of warmth, authenticity, made her a beloved figure in Indian folk music. So remember the name Sharda. India hosts Maidan Asian Buddhist Summit to strengthen Asia's spiritual development. India is hosting the first ever Asian Buddhist Summit in New Delhi from 5th of November to 6th of November. The summit is themed Role of Buddha Dhamma in Strengthening Asia, organized by the Ministry of Culture and International Buddhist Confederation. The event celebrates India's deep-rooted Buddhist heritage and promotes peace and unity across Asia. So the Buddhism was started with the birth of Gautam Buddha, and his original name was Siddharth. So he basically born in 563 BC, and at the age of 35, he got enlightened in Gaya, Bihar, beneath a peepal tree. And from that particular day, he started preaching the people about Buddhism, that what is body and how we should think logical. And we have come to this day when a particular day is dedicated, that is the India hosts Marian Asian Buddhist Summit to strengthen Asia's spiritual development. Indian Navy hosts third Mahasagar Summit on Maritime Security. So recently, Indian Navy conducted third edition of the Mahasagar Summit virtually. The summit focused on training cooperation or to mitigate common maritime security challenges in the Indian Ocean region. Senior leaders from 10 countries participated in the event. Summit aims to discuss collaborative efforts to tackle shared maritime threats. So remember, Indian Navy hosts the third Mahasagar Summit on maritime security. So let's revise that what we have learned so far. First of all, Donald Trump is set to back in the White House as the 47th president. Aral and Kazakhstan UK TMP collaboration for titanium slag in Odisha. India submits formal bid for 2036 Olympics. Olaf Scholz, Chancellor of Germany, visited India. India-Pakistan renew Kartarpur corridor. Union Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar launched Shilp Samagam Mela and unveils Tulip platform in Delhi. Amit Shah chaired 32nd Kendriya Hindi Samiti meeting. Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh launched Pandemic Fund project. DOPPW pensioners turning 80 are eligible to get additional pension. MP Cabinet approved 35% job reservation for women in state service. Supreme Court targets child marriage elimination in Rajasthan. Andhra Pradesh CM launches Deepam 2.0 scheme for women. ADB approves $434 million loan for solar energy expansion. MOIL signed a draft JV agreement with MP State Mining Corporation. Chhattisgarh launches Sugam app for online property registration and curbing frauds. Andhra Pradesh government launched Deepam 2.0 scheme as Diwali gift for women. IDFC First Bank launches real-time international money transfer tracking. MOF raised Mudra loan limit under PMMY from rupees 10 lakh to rupees 20 lakh from now onwards. Canara HSBC Life Insurance unveils promise for future combining life protection and wealth creation. NTPC and IA Indian Army join hands to round-the-clock power supply using green hydrogen in Chushul, Ladakh. Royal Enfield launches EV brand Flying Flea. ISRO to launch EU's Proba third satellite. Government launched Gram Panchayat level weather forecasting. China launched Tianping 3 satellite into the orbit. Jangra seize WBF World Championship title. Rani Rampal, Padam Shri awardee, former Indian women's hockey team captain, announced retirement. International Day for the Prevention of Exploration of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict. In National Unity Day, 31st of October, International Day for Biosphere Reserve, 3rd of November. Book titled Friends, India's Closest Strategic Partners by Professor Sriram Chaulia. UNESCO report India spends 1.1 to 4.6 on its GDP on education. Legendary folk singer Sharda Sinha passed away at the age of 72. India hosts maiden Asian Buddhist Summit to strengthen Asia's spiritual development. Indian Navy hosts third Mahasagar Summit on maritime security. And that's it in this session. I hope you learned a lot of things and you got to know a lot of things through this session. We will meet in next session and discuss some more current affairs. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.